G'day guys, Optimus Prime here. Very happy to be bringing you a very awesome review for you today. I am so excited about this with the new upcoming movie Transformers 4 Age of Extinction. I have for you today first edition Optimus Prime. Very excited and very thankful. Normally I say let's have a quick look at the box, but today we're going to spend a little bit more time on it just because there's so many little cool things that I want to get into. First one being, it actually says Dinobot Grimlock Class 1 Destroyer. A little dinosaur footprint there sort of thing. Obviously implying they're going to be bringing out a Grimlock figure. So I cannot wait to get my hands on that. In this corner, just above the head, you can see all different types of blueprints of Dinobots that I'm hoping will be in the movie. There's no reason for them not to be in the movie if Grimlock's in the movie. So I really can't wait to get my hands on those figures as well. Down here, on which I believe is Optimus's groin plate, his junk plate, we have some... looks like Cybertronian. I'm not fluent in Cybertronian, but that's what it looks like to me. Really digging this Optimus Prime. Just because he's all new fandangled and the new age vibe to it is, you know, he does look like a 2014 model, obviously. But I do like they've kept the mechanical side of it with the exhaust pipes and the petrol tank filler cap here. That's... you know, it's plainly visible. It's like that's where he fills up his Cybertronian energon from. We'll have a quick look at the side there. There's nothing except for an Autobot symbol and a bit of a flash. Here on the back we have first edition Optimus Prime, Sword of Judgment, Sentinel Shield, over 10 inches tall, which is sounding awesome. Just because 10 inches tall, you know, it's a decent size for your figure, especially Optimus. Up in the corner we have changes in 15 steps. Dinobot Grimlock Class 1 Destroyer. I'm loving this changes in 15 steps. As a comparison, Optimus Prime Jetwing, just you can already see how big Jetwing is. Jetwing's about 10 inches tall. And that is one crazy transformer. I reckon it has like 150 steps to transform it. It's so complex and it's not fun to transform. It's a great figure, but it's not fun to transform. So I'm going to be using him as comparison. Truck form looking awesome. The 2014 model Western Star. One thing I have noticed, just to be picky with it, the back wheels here, the rear one is on a tilt. These two wheels don't look like they're running straight in line with each other, which I'm hoping the figure is not like that. I hope all the wheels are straight. They all run well. They all, you know, they're not wobbly, but, you know, we'll get to that in a second. On the back here, Hasbro Canada, made in China by Hasbro Canada. Yeah, okay. Western Star, Hasbro. Available on the Apple Store and Google Play. Open this bad boy up here, and there he is in his awesomeness. This has got like the Platinum Edition casing to it. All the Platinum Editions I have, they have the fold down cover on the front, which is velcroed in on these little velcro tabs here. You can just see that one there. And on this side, we've got the awesome Age of Extinction's logo with like the sand dune dust flying away in the background. I'm not going to get into the figure right now because I'm going to rip it open and we're going to see what it looks like. And we're back. And I know I keep saying excited, but I am super excited about this. Look at him. Look at him in his awesomeness with his shiny chrome. I've tried to get him in the best battle stance that I could. The chrome, the blue. He is more blue and with red on him. rather than the Gen 1 series, which is red with blue on him. So, not sure why they changed that. I think that has maybe something to do with Michael Bay. But in my opinion, he should be red with blue on him. I'm going to start with this shield. Now, this shield looks pretty cray-cray. It's got like it looks like it's either cracked or it's got electricity running through it in a way. Like it's pulsating. It's got this tiny little tab here on the back, which sort of just fits into his hand, sort of thing. I'm not sure if there is any other ports for it. It's sort of like a MechTech port, but this isn't a MechTech weapon. So now we have a look at his giant sword here. This giant sword is looking great, to be honest with you. Lots of detail. It is massive. It is more than half the size of the figure. And it's also the bendy plastic. So parents, you should have no worries. Little Johnny's not going to get his eye stabbed out with this. Or if he does, he was very silly. The detail, it's got this printed sort of arrowy knife edge look on it, running all the way up the blade. The handle, it's good. I'm not going to say great because it is kind of plain. It is kind of just, we have to put a handle in there that works. So they did that to make it look good. I'm not sure you can't really see it just because the camera's not the greatest. But there it is. Optimus Prime's sword standing half his height. Now, let's get into the figure. There's a whole lot of things I do and don't like about it. The chrome, either you love it or you hate it, and I still can't decide whether I do love it or hate it. It looks good. Like I said, I'm not going to say great, but I think if you're going to do a giant chrome chest piece with giant chrome thighs, at least put some chrome on his arms, because it kind of just looks like he's wearing a chrome tunic sort of thing. It looks good, sort of in theory, but you need to add a bit more, some details here and there. Like I said, you either love it or you hate it. Maybe even some chrome on the legs down here. Maybe not so much, chrome feet, but if you made the steps on the side of the truck chrome, well, these bits would have been chrome. You could have quite easily done these bits chrome because they're hidden underneath the truck and you're not going to see them anyway. He's got chrome all the way around him. I'll lift his arm out of the way there. He's got the chrome blue panels on the side. The Western Star written in chrome. I'll tilt him sideways. There you go. Western Star written in chrome. Just, there's so much going on with this figure that it is actually awesome in its own right, in its own way. It's awesome. Now, I did mention before, the only real place to put his shield is in his hand. I was actually wrong about that. I didn't notice. The sides of his arms are different, left and right. You've got just a plain red one on this side, and on this side you've got this giant port. I'm going to say, for the sake of description, I'm going to say MechTech port, but these aren't MechTech weapons, so it's not a MechTech port. But you can put it on the side there. You can probably put it up like that, because there's no sort of forearm swivel. You can have it up like that, sort of blocking from the side, and that looks pretty okay. Doesn't really, you could do that off to the side there. Yeah, that looks a lot better than I had it before with it, to be honest. His other hand up, like that. Sword in that hand. Yeah, now he's ready for battle. The only issue is you can only put the shield on one side. Like I said, there's no port on this hand, on this arm. Now, one thing I do miss is he hasn't got a face shield. It's a good sculpt. It's a good sculpt, good head sculpt, but there's no mouth shield. He shouldn't have a full face. He should just, to be honest, have a mask, like a mouth guard even. Now, a lot of people are ragging on the backpack at the moment. They're saying, oh, it's too big, it's terrible. You are right in the fact that it is too big. It's literally half the width of the figure, and it almost goes to the bottom. That's like only, it probably takes up 2/3 of his back. And then if you look at it straight on from head on above, it's monstrous. And when you turn it around, it's actually almost all hollow. It's, I can open them up a little bit, but you've got these two giant holes here. That's caved in on the back, and then just these two sticky outy pieces on the side. It, like I said before, you need it. You need that for the transformation, for the easy wraparound transformation. But if you just put like another MechTech port there, you could easily put the sword on that, the shield on there, and it wouldn't have looked as bad, sort of thing. You could have hidden all this, covered it all up, even put, you know, a MechTech port on the front of the shield, have the sword and the shield stored on the back there. And I mean, nobody really displays their toys from the back, but if you're going to be picking it up and looking at it and not, you know, playing with it, you want it to look good from all angles. This one doesn't. It looks good from the front. The backpack's massive, but it needs to be there. Unfortunately, there's no way around it. I'll quickly run through articulation. Head is left and right with no up and down, so it's not on the ball joint. Shoulder forward and back on a ratchet by the sounds of it. It's got this little panel here that lifts up, and a very heavy ratchet on the shoulder that goes out. We've got a pivot for the elbow with a swivel underneath it, and no wrist movement at all. Legs are very heavy ratchet vibe to it. Very heavy knee. There's a swivel there as well. No swivel in the thigh. And a pretty dodgy... Oh, it's not even a ball joint. Just a pretty dodgy pivot on the foot there. Sort of only goes down and then back to normal. Doesn't tilt up. So if you're trying to do like a him running pose, he's going to be on his tippy toes like that. The leader class I'm going to be comparing him with, this bad boy has like 37 moves just to transform him. He is technical, he is difficult, and to be honest with you, there is no way I would ever even try to transform him on camera, because I guarantee I'd spend 30 minutes of your time that you're never ever going to get back. So he is a fascinating machine, this one, but he is extremely difficult to transform, which is why I believe they went with the giant backpack on this one, because he actually wraps around the figure rather than with this one. With this one, the figure is the cab. He is the front wheel. You can see his wheels here mounted on the side. And then he's got this tiny, smaller-ish backpack that sort of just folds around and covers the head. This, in my opinion, is the better-looking figure, but for a child's or transformations point of view, I'm going to go with the first edition Age of Extinction. That's enough of the figure. Let's get him into alternate mode, see what he looks like. And we're back with Optimus in his awesome vehicle mode or alternative mode. I'm going to point out a couple of basics straight away, and then we'll get into the detail. First of all, he looks absolutely nothing like leader class Optimus Prime. Leader class looking like what I believe is the Kenworth T606 or T900. Your choice. If you disagree, let me know in the comments. I'd love to talk trucks with you. The new Optimus looks like the Freightliner. Not sure what model, because I don't know much about Freightliners, but they all have this this bubble nose leading up to the bubble windscreen and the bubble cab over sleeper cab on the back here. I had a look at the shield before, and the shield just snaps on nicely on the back here. Doesn't look like a truck at all with that on there, so I'm just going to pop that off and get rid of that. One thing you can't see is the sword is positioned nicely underneath here. Loving that. It's out of the way, it's hidden, but it's also ready to go when you need it. So that's a really awesome thing that Hasbro's done, and I like it a lot. Autobot symbolage. Every Autobot or Decepticon should have their labelling on them. The leader class literally only has two. One here on the bonnet, the radiator cap sort of thing. The other one just up there on the bug catcher, where the new one only has one tiny little chrome one right on the tip of the bonnet there. But it has Western Star written there on the side. Just get in on that. And it also has a Western Star logo just sort of hidden away there between the back wheels, which I like it. That's actually awesome. They've never really done that. But it's like product placement 101. It's like having a Pepsi can stuck to the back of it just because, Pepsi's paid you to put it there. I did mention before, it only has one Autobot symbol on it. It's actually not true on second glance. I found earlier. It actually has 7. It's got little Autobot symbols on the wheels here. Just see a little tiny one there. So it's got 3 on each side. So it's 6 on the wheels plus the 1 on the front, 7. I really do like that. I wish maybe they could have been chrome or black, something to stand out so you can actually see them a lot better. But it is good that they've put them there. But I am loving the triple stack exhaust that comes out. That looks cool, except I do not really like, there's a giant hole in the back here, can fit my finger all the way in it. You can't really see it due to the light. I can fit my finger all the way inside here. As for the paint, the leader class has it all over the new one. The leader class has multicolored flames on the contrasting background. Actually goes the red fenders with the blue flames on it, and then the blue cab with the red flames on it, and then the red and orange gold bonnet with the blue flames on it. Where the new one is just blue with red flames. That's it. I do like the chrome grille. It does look good, but I wish they had gone with all chrome or just all paint. Because the chrome grille next to the 2 painted panels either side doesn't look awesome. Should have had a chrome bug catcher visor up the top rather than this painted thing. And even chrome pipes. So if you had everything chrome running down the front, it would have looked really, really good. You can actually see the chrome chest piece of Optimus Prime inside there. If I tilt it up, you can kind of see his head in there. But other than that, I wish there was more chrome, either more chrome or less chrome. I did mention earlier that there's a giant hole in the top here. You can almost fit a hand in there. Kids are going to put stuff in there. You just know kids are. One thing I have just noticed as well, it's actually really hollow underneath. It's got these skinny wheels, which sort of look a bit silly from the back. But underneath, it's just very hollow. There's big empty space here. The legs, the back of the legs is here. They're 2 giant hollow bits. There's a lot of space around here. It feels cheap, but at the same time, the plastic does feel sturdy. I mean, it's not going to last a lifetime, and a really rough kid, I guarantee, will break this. But it feels like it could take a drop and it'll be alright. If it takes 10 drops, it's going to break, sort of thing. I did notice where the battle shield bolts on at the back here, like on the turntable bit. It seems like, hopefully, in the near future, they bring out a trailer for this bad boy. Because it seems a bit empty, a bit not finished without a trailer. I mean, Optimus has always had a trailer, so hopefully they do bring one out. And if you do want to display this guy with a trailer, you can actually sit. This is Ultimate Optimus Prime's trailer. It doesn't clip on. You can see the pin there won't reach that far because of all this junk in the way here. But you can just sort of sit it there for display. You can turn the Prime sideways and have the trailer sort of half jackknifed off to the side. It does look good like that, but like I said, this would only be for display purposes. Now, I am loving this new Optimus Prime. It does look good. It does have the chrome of the new 2014, blah, 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 blah. But I am original, I am authentic, and I was born in 1985. So if I had to pick one Optimus Prime of all time, it would have to definitely be Gen 1 Optimus Prime. This is what I grew up with, so this is what I know, and this is what looks fabulous to me. He's red, he's the truck, he has Autobot logos on him there, he has one on the back, he has one on the side, he hasn't got one on the front, but he's got 3 Autobot logos on him. This new guy, to be honest with you, the blue truck with the red flames looks good, yes, but it's not Optimus Prime. To me, Optimus Prime is the red cab over, with the cab above the engine, above the front wheels, red with, blue chassis and blue mudguards and all the back bits and pieces like that. This is not an Optimus to me, but this is the new days, the new times, so I can understand where they're going with this. Now, if I had to pick an Optimus Prime out of, let's say, Age of Extinction versus Dark of the Moon, I would definitely pick Dark of the Moon, leader class, Jetwing Optimus Prime, just because he looks so darn good. He looks like a fabulous machine. He looks like, if I was a truck driver, this is the truck I want to drive down. That truck is the truck that you would take to a truck show to make everybody jealous that you have an expensive truck. That's my thoughts. That's my opinion. Let me know what you guys think. Do you like the new one? Do you like the one from the previous series? Or do you like Gen 1 series? You obviously know which my preference is. Let me know. Like, comment, share, subscribe. Take care. Bye.